Oh, well, hello there, boys and girls. You might remember that today is Drop Everything and Read Pajama Day. So here Cohen and I are cozy in our jammies, and I was just reading to myself. But I'm glad you're checking in because I did want to tell you about this week's Reading Check-In video challenge. So last week you were telling me about the parts of your stories like setting, talking characters, problems, solutions, and I loved seeing your faces and hearing you tell me about the great stories you're reading. But this week I would like you to show me the parts of a book. And remember, if you have a nonfiction book, there are even more parts to show. But I thought I would show you with an example of a book I'm reading. This here, first part, is the front cover. The title of the book I'm reading is What to Expect the First Year. It's a book about taking care of babies like Cohen. And it has the authors down here, Heidi Murkoff and Sharon Maisel. There's no illustrator, but your book could possibly have an illustrator. Then remember, when you open up to the first page or so, you have a title page, sometimes even 2 title pages, which tell about where the book was made and when it was made. Next, if you keep turning, I see my table of contents, which is going to tell me the different chapter headings and the pages that they're on, which is really helpful. Now, since this is a nonfiction book, I was able to find a couple great examples of nonfiction text features we learned about. The first one is a caption. And remember, a caption are the words that go with a picture, usually underneath, that kind of tell more about the picture, so you get extra facts in there. So I have some pictures here, and if you look underneath, there are words describing the pictures to give me a little bit more information. Okay? Another great nonfiction text feature that we've talked about is a diagram. And remember, a diagram shows all the different parts of something. So maybe if you're reading a book about an animal, like a bat, it might point to the different parts of the bat. Here I have a diagram of teeth, okay? And it points to the different types of teeth, tells me their names, and when Cohen might be growing those teeth, so that I have a little bit more information there, okay? Now, this book does not have a glossary, but yours might. So if it does, you can find out what some words mean. My book, though, does in the back have an index. And remember, an index tells all the different topics and the page number they're on. So if I don't want to read this big, thick book just to find out the answer to one question, I can look up something like bottles or bath time, and then it will tell me what pages I can find more information on, which is super helpful. The last 2 parts of the book I'm going to mention are the spine. Remember, the spine holds the book together, and it's also what you see when it's sitting on a shelf. And then the back of the book usually gives a description of what the book is going to be about, so you can see if it might be something that interests you. Well, I hope to see some more videos from you guys pointing out the different parts, like the front cover, table of contents, glossary, whatever you can find. So go ahead and look on your bookshelves at home for a great book to share. Bye, guys.